Oh, so I bet you're wondering why I'm trying to film in a really awkward position in the room. Well, a couple of you guys messaged me in the comments section of the Mystery Haul Star Wars video that I did on Friday, the very first one, where it's my mission to collect every single Star Wars minifigure. And they kind of asked if they could see my collection, see how I display them, and how I'm going to possibly display all 1,200 of them. So I thought, okay, let's kind of show you what I've been doing in the background. So let's go. So I'll apologize right now for shaky cam and poor lighting, but the lighting is mainly due to the fact that I do want to get some LED lights to go all back behind here, so it's going to be absolutely awesome when that's done. But I put the background light on just to give it a little bit more light, so hopefully that will help. But anyways, this is where I'm going to have 1,200 minifigures. Well, actually, there's actually around 1,100 unique ones at the moment, if you don't include like the AB variants, because I'm doing them in the Star Wars order, which is what I've spoken about before. But as you can see, this is the latest one, so I pretty much have every single one from this year. I do actually have more of them, but they're still in sets that I'm yet to build. So when I do those sets, I will then pull them out of those. But you can see I have some pretty decent ones, but most people probably have these because they are the more recent ones. So this down here is the oldest of my collection. So let's take a little look and go from left to right. Okay, so starting on this first shelf, these are all from the original 100. They're not quite in order at the moment because I haven't got the studs made for this one. I've got some studs on order to get these in order, but these are all from SW099 and under. So some mentionable ones right here, which are pretty cool, is this General Grievous right here. Actually got him recently in an eBay for like £60 with a load of other figures. So I think I did pretty well with this one because I think he's worth about 15 to 20 on his own. And he does have the cape in pretty good condition, but I need to find one more arm for him. But other than that, he's in really, really good condition, and these white arms aren't too expensive either. So he's a great one to have in this collection to start us off. Another really cool one and a favorite of mine who's in that same lot is this Count Dooku. He has the awesome chrome lightsaber hilt, which is the bent one, and he's obviously the yellow-faced Dooku as well. Now, his cape's not the greatest, but just probably needs a little bit of a light iron. But other than that, the minifigure is in absolutely fantastic condition, so I was really, really happy with this one as well. And then for you Star Wars collectors out there, obviously, the original Yoda without any face print properly on it at all, which is just a really nice one to see. And again, a very bubbly lightsaber. Really, really bad how these lightsabers looked, but the old chrome ones do look amazing. So moving over to the next shelf, again, this one is a little bit bare as well, but there's some pretty cool figures here. Now, really weirdly, I had most of these figures from the Death Star set. However, weirdly, my Death Star set must have been during a weird time when they were changing out the minifigures, because my actual Han Solos in the set have pupils, which is really, really cool. Love to see them with pupils and stuff. However, my Luke Skywalkers and Leia's didn't. So it looks really, really odd. They look like they came from separate sets when they actually didn't. But again, this is the worst hairpiece ever. I mean, this is a terrible Luke Skywalker, but he is in the collection, and it's really great. I remember getting these a long, long time ago, so it's pretty cool to have them still in the set. But anyways, not really anything super cool here. We do have one of the Anakins with like his burnt face, which is pretty cool to see, but again, nothing too major. But obviously, these are different because these were the ones with actually skin tones instead of yellow. But anyway, if we move on to the next shelf, you can see they're getting a lot better in style. So another pretty bare shelf, but we have got some really, really cool ones here, like this Emperor Palpatine from the Death Star set again. He is absolutely awesome. I love this minifigure. Really, really cool job they did with him. Then we have cool ones like Admiral Akbar right here as well. Really, really cool figure. One of my favorites, Admiral Akbar anyway. Cool icon, but again, having him in minifigure form is just really, really cool to see. And then again, this one is also one of my hidden gems, which is one of the towels. This is just awesome. I really hope they did more of this alien in future. Really, really cool, and I love how they've made him bigger as well with this hump on the back and things. And then we have some Gungans that no one cares about and some other stuff as well. So moving on to the next shelves above. So this shelf, you have some pretty sweet minifigures. Obviously, I got Shaq T last week, so she's a really, really cool one to have. But if you can see at the back, I have some really cool ones like Boba Fett, and some of the really, really nice ones from the Jabba's Palace, like Bib Fortuna here. He's a really, really cool one. Second version of him, there is a earlier version of him, but I don't have that one. As well as like the Gamorrean Guard again. I absolutely love this minifigure. Again, they added a lot of side pieces to him to make him look a bit thicker. I think this just looks absolutely awesome. This shelf is probably one where I have some of my more expensive minifigures, like the Bosch Leia. I also have Max Rebo and Slave Leia over here as well. A Jango Fett, which is pretty expensive. We also have Darth Maul with the robotic legs, which is really cool as well. But probably one of the more collectible ones is my Darth Malgus, which I actually loved this game, which was the Old Republic MMO that came out at the time. And I got this because I wanted this one, and I was into the Sith and not into the Republic, so I didn't get the Republic one, but I got this one. So very, very cool minifigure. And again, he came with his troopers as well, which are pretty cool as well. These aren't quite as expensive, but they are pretty cool figures. So this shelf is probably the one that I have the most like kind of desirable minifigures, especially if you can kind of see over here. This is the original 501st Trooper, which Pretty cool one, again, with the weird clone face, but he is the original one with the blue arms. So this one, nothing too amazing. We've got a couple of Kashyyyk troopers, a couple of the airborne troopers and bark troopers and stuff, and Chopper from Rebels as well, which is pretty cool. But probably the most desirable one here is actually this one right here, which is the Boba Fett with arm printing from the UCS Slave One. Fantastic minifigure, probably one of the best minifigures ever made in my opinion. Really, really cool one. Loving this like side pauldron as well. It just looks absolutely wicked. So this shelf is completely not in order at all because I haven't finished adding the white studs onto this. I kind of got halfway and ran out, so I've got an order. But you can see a lot of these figures. Again, this was my awesome Endor Han Solo from this week. Really, really cool. We've got Rey and Finn standards. Small Anakin again I got from this week, and you know, the white Boba Fett, which isn't as the desirable one, but he was from a magazine, which is pretty cool. Nothing too amazing on this shelf. Let's move over to the next one. So again, another bear shelf in my collection, although we do have one of the Inquisitors, which is pretty cool. This guy looks absolutely awesome, very, very menacing. I don't even know where I got this guy from. I'm guessing I must have got him on Bricklink or something at some point, but he's a very, very cool one to have in the collection. So moving over here, we've got a pretty cool selection of some figures here. We've got obviously the newer Greedo, not the decent one. We have some of these solo minifigures at the top as well. These guys are from the UCS Millennium Falcon with the awesome mask piece. Just to show you that, really, really cool figure. Other than that though, everything else is pretty common, so these aren't actually too expensive. It's just for that, literally that face print there. Nothing else is exclusive on these characters. We've got old Han Solo as well, and Snoke, which I must have got from a Bricklink order too. And we also get Wu as well from obviously Mos Eisley Cantina, which he's an older figure because he was in an older set, but I got him from obviously the latest Master Builder one. So moving on to the more recent ones, these are when I started to get back into Star Wars with some of these that I need to collect some more, because we've got the Battlefront 2 characters here. Then we have some of the ones from the Solo Star Wars movie, which I didn't watch the film when it came out, and then had to come and pick up some of the figures afterwards because I actually really liked the film. I'm one of those weirdos. But we got like Emphas Nest here. Absolutely insanely cool minifigure, one of my favorites. She looks so, so awesome. Just wish she'd actually got a headpiece. She's like the Mando and doesn't have one underneath, even though we do see what she looks like in the film. So that's a little bit annoying, but again, really, really cool minifigure. This section definitely needs more completionism because there's not much here. But the one that I've got pretty much completed at the moment is the latest collection. Now, there are a few gaps here, but I actually have pretty much all of these minifigures. It's just the fact that I haven't built the sets yet that they come on. So I need to do that and get this completely done, and then I can move over left to right and hopefully fill in the older ones. But we've got some really cool figures here. We've got all of the Knights of Ren, new Fire First Battle Pack. We've got the stuff from Galaxy's Edge, all the new characters from the latest Mos Eisley Cantina, with this guy in particular being absolutely awesome. The Garinden, absolutely love this character. Imperial Spy is just so, so cool. And then obviously it goes all the way up to the latest with Beskar Mando. Really, really cool minifigure, really good for the price as well, so get him and get him picked up. I also have a couple more that I need to put on here, like I do have the Luke from the Tauntaun. For the Microfighters, he needs to go on here as well as a couple of others like the TIE Fighter and X-Wing, which I have got and I just need to build. But anyways, that is my current collection of what I've got. I have got a few more here and there that I'll try and find and take out sets as I'm sorting out downstairs with having all my sets on display. I've got a UCS Millennium Falcon, the Slave one here, as well as my Jabba's Palace and stuff. I love these at the moment. So they're staying here at the moment, but they're probably going into shelves downstairs at some point, which I'll do a showcase of all my sets as I do that as well. But we've got a lot to go, and I'm really excited to be doing these ones on Fridays because I just need to fill in more and more of these shelves. Anyways, let me know if there are any awesome minifigures that you've seen that you like here, or, you know, whether you've got some really cool ones that I'm definitely missing, like the chrome ones. They're super expensive, you know, there's some really good ones, and I've only got one Jango Fett as well. A lot of those are really expensive. But that's it for this video, so catch you in the next one.